Hello, Alan, musical journey. Thompson Twins with an H, and we'll get back to that later on. 1983, but a massive hit 84, kind of spread over, huge in the States, pretty popular worldwide, very big in the UK, became the defining song of the decade. But there's a story behind it for me, and it's, on reflection, it's a little bit sad, but it's just part of who I am as I grow up. Don't worry, guys, nothing sinister. I'm not going to break down and ask you for money. Just linked to why I still remember the lines to this song. So we're going to get into it. It's a review, a reminder. Thompson Twins, Hold Me Now. Here we go.
I have a picture pinned to my wall, an image of you and of me, and we're laughing with love at it all. Look at our life now, all tattered and torn. We fuss and we fight and delight in the tears that we cry until dawn.
This is off the album Into the Gap, and it was a big departure for them. This is not a band that's been prolific with hits, but important enough. And this was a huge departure. They were more dance-oriented, but this came about because I think they'd had an argument and they settled it. I don't think they were a couple. I think it was just some sort of disagreement. Then it became a strong idea behind a theme about reconciliation after an emotional drift. Yeah, or a drift, then no reconciliation. It just became a theme of a song. And what a song. Yeah. And you can hear it. It's got everything in it. Xylophones, drum machines, synths. They're Sheffield originally, 77 they were formed. Moved to London. And interesting to say the very least.
Some perfect world we know we'll never find. So perhaps I should leave here, yeah, and go far away. But you know that there's nowhere that I'd rather be than with you here today.
I don't tell many stories about my life because it's really not that interesting. Well, in 83, I was about to go on a tour, service, army. I had a girlfriend at the time. So we were prepping for this tour. It was going to be 6 months. And obviously, I was a kid, absolute kid. But this was the love of my life at the time. And when I got on the tour, midway through it, I realized that just wasn't missing her. I was getting letters and stuff. And I wasn't cruel. I wrote back. And when I got back, I broke up. Because I didn't miss her, which is a really hard thing to say when you're a kid. And this was the kind of that to and fro was, she didn't fight it. There was no animosity. She didn't cheat. There was nothing sinister happened. It was two young kids and it didn't work. Okay. She was lovely. Nothing wrong at all. Just who was I to decide at 18, 19 that I was going to have this lifelong relationship, which I'm sure many of you have. It just wasn't mine. But this song was in my brain. It was seared. I remember at the same time you had Duran Duran, Depeche Mode, and Tears for Fears. There was all that whole, Gary Newman had gone through. All that new wave synth pop was exploding all over the UK. Human League, everything there, massive. And this was there. But you listen to the chord changes, it's his vocals. Yeah, it's such a poignant song. And when songs stay with you because they're burned into your memory in a time that you look back with not sadness, just a kind of fondness that I wasn't basically a dick, guys. I didn't behave like an idiot. Yeah, I didn't cruel. I didn't send her a letter, a Dear John letter. I just came back and said, I didn't miss you. It's horrible, but I don't want to be cruel and all that. As mature as I could be at that age. Yeah, and I wasn't cheating anyone because trust me, on that tour, there was nothing there to cheat with. This is about repairing and not abandoning a relationship. And it stayed with me because I didn't abandon a relationship. I just didn't try and keep something going until it broke cruelly. But this is the other way. And it's so sweet, but it's not sickly sweet. It's really written beautifully. And they wrote it in half an hour. Yeah, because there was a strong theme behind it. Yeah.
Though I don't know just what I'm asking him for. Hold me now. My heart.
The story's telling you that they are getting back together. He's asking for forgiveness. Not quite sure what for, but he's willing to do that to repair the relationship. Mine was the opposite. Yeah, mine was the opposite. And I guess lots of us have been like that, guys, haven't you? You remember your first teenage romance, even maybe your first early adult romance, and you think, okay, this is it, I'm in for. Then you just realize it's not going to be. Could be a week later, could be a year later, could be 2 years later. The longer it goes, it can get more painful. But this is about repairing, not abandoning. The compromises and things you're willing to say. A sweet but not sickly song that stuck around. It's had a gravitas for years. I'm sure you guys from the 80s, born in the 60s, 70s, you'll remember this and think fondly of it, as you should, because I still think it stands up today. I think what the Thompson Twins have often... I saw something Alana Cruz on the other day. She was saying that one of the things they struggled with was after this was written, she wrote most of the songs, by the way, that after this was written, obviously record company wanted, you know, another version of this and another version of this and another version of this. Sound familiar? I don't think they ever delivered that. I don't think they wanted to compromise that. They were not experimental, but they were dance. They wanted to just try all different kinds of music. So I didn't really follow their career. I just remember the song. I remember the album. I don't think there's another hit off it, guys. Not as big as this. Correct me in the comments. But repairing relationships rather than abandon it. Get your stories in the comments, guys. Share if you want to. I did. Till next time, take care.